This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. The Complete History of the Royal Rumble by CJ Scholes. Every man for himself. I started retro pro wrestling in 2012 as a personal challenge to watch and review every major pro wrestling event, from WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 30. Since then, I've written over 530 wrestling reviews, proving that it is possible to have too much of a good thing. Investing so much time and energy in creating those reviews means that I occasionally get a little burned out on what is otherwise one of my life's biggest passions. Still, if there's one thing that keeps me going, one review I look forward to writing more than any other, it's the Royal Rumble. It's a testament to the creativity, excitement, and intrigue of this event that WWE's annual January extravaganza has remained a permanent fixture of the pro wrestling calendar for almost 35 years, outlasting a slew of other PPV concepts which failed to capture the public's imagination in the way that the Royal Rumble does every year. Devised by Pat Patterson, the first ever Royal Rumble match took place as a test run at a house show in St. Louis, Missouri, Missouri. The match, featuring just 12 participants, was won by one-man gang, who emerged triumphant after last eliminating Junkyard Dog. Vince McMahon apparently hated the match, though Patterson, who wasn't on hand that fateful night in Missouri, blamed the poor reception on the producers not fully understanding his concept. Agreeing to give it another shot, Vince had Patterson pitch the Royal Rumble match to Dick Ebersol, the TV producer who brought Saturday night's main event to television. The story goes that Ebersol had been dissatisfied with a proposed main event card, but was thrilled when McMahon had Patterson pitch the Rumble as an alternative. Thus, the Royal Rumble as we know it was born, first as a TV special that went head-to-head with the NWA's abysmal Bunkhouse Stampede show, and then as the PPV Premium Live event that remains a favorite event for millions of wrestling fans to this day. In the book you're about to read, I've recapped every angle, match, and video package from the first 13 Royal Rumble shows, excluding the aforementioned house show, of which no video footage seems to exist. I hope you enjoy reading them as much as I enjoyed writing them. Chris CJ Scholes. WWF Royal Rumble 1988. Copps Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario, January 24, 1988. Attendance, 18,000. The Royal Rumble event began life as a television special designed to compete with Jim Crockett Promotions, who were hosting their NWA Bunkhouse Stampede pay-per-view on the same night. While the NWA show would fade into eventual obscurity, WWF's January event would, of course, become an annual tradition. Yet the inaugural event was far from flawless and featured the good, the bad, and the incredibly boring. Here's what went down. Welcome to the Royal Rumble. The 1988 Royal Rumble began with a welcome from the ever-excellent pairing of Vince McMahon and Jesse, the Body Ventura. The two ran down tonight's card before things kicked off properly, with the one and only ravishing Rick Rude getting what we now call the jobber entrance for tonight's opening contest. Ravishing Rick Rude versus Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat. If Rick Rude wasn't the established star he would go on to become when this match started, he would undoubtedly be one step closer to stardom by the time it concluded. Both men made a valiant effort in this one-on-one encounter, the ravishing one using strength and brute force to counter the Dragon's speed and agility. Following an opening tumble, Steamboat accepted Rude's challenge to a test of strength. However, he was no match for his muscular foe and was quickly reduced to his knees. Putting his wrestling prowess to good use, Steamboat eventually found a counter and slapped on an armbar. The story from then on was a simple yet effective one. Steamboat could not outmatch Rude for pure power, so instead concentrated on working over his opponent's arm, taking the strength factor out of the equation. Using this as the base.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.